Okay. Looks like we're going to Paris again. To the east. That's definitely the correct direction. I think this is the only instance in the game where you go to the same city more than once. I'm not sure why it's Paris specifically, and I'm also not sure why it happens in the first place. Like, there are a lot of major cities in the world. You'd think they would have been able to find like at least one more different one, but I don't know. Maybe it was an issue with like budget or time, or maybe they couldn't get the rights for the paintings and art of a given city that they wanted to do. I don't know. I'm just speculating here, and this game is over 20 years old. This game is almost 30. It's 25. This game is almost as old as I am. And that's kind of a sobering thought, but anyway. We got puzzles to do. Overlaps specifically. Nice. Off to a strong start. Off to a pretty strong start, actually. Let's see. I had something I wanted to talk about, but like always, those things seem to elude me when I start actually recording, so who knows if it'll come back. We'll see. This is definitely like up here in this general area. Got a skyline thing going. There we go. Try and follow the lines and the outline as close as possible here with these. It's more helpful that way. What is it? I was gonna say, what is the orientation? I think it's this. Yeah. There we go. Nice. Oh man. Any, hang on a sec, let me get the Eiffel Tower where it needs to be. So, I believe last month, at least at the time of this recording, the Castlevania Dominus collection was released. And that is, it's another M2 joint. It's a collection of the 3 Nintendo DS Castlevania games, plus the arcade game Haunted Castle, which is a bit of a weird inclusion, but I won't say no to it. For those who don't know, it's pretty obscure nowadays, but Haunted Castle was like an arcade game that was released in like the late 80s, a couple of years I think after the first game. And it's kind of a retelling of the first game, but it's pretty infamous for being, well, bad. Both bad and, like, ridiculously difficult in its overseas iterations. To the point where, like, on certain arcade cabinet settings, you can die from 2 hits from any enemy. It's brutal. It's needlessly brutal, and it's generally not very well regarded nowadays. Although, it is notable in a few ways. It's the source of a few different tracks in the series history. It is the first appearance of Cross Your Heart, which is probably more famous for being in Rondo of Blood, but its first appearance was in Haunted Castle, and also it's the first appearance of Heart of Fire, which got combined with Don't Wait Until Night to be Julius Belmont's theme later on in the Sorrow games. But anyway, not only is the original arcade version of Haunted Castle in that collection, they also just like did a full-ass remake of it, which I'm very excited to actually play because I've heard good things, and M2 are like good developers, even aside from just even aside from like these collections that they do, they're just good developers in their own right of, you know, of video games. So I'm super interested in trying out their Haunted Castle remake and seeing how that shakes out. I bet it's good. View of Paris, photographed by Marshall I was about to say Holcomb? I don't know why. That name just popped into my head, but it's Marshall Colomb. Anyway. But yeah, oh nice. It's running smoothly today. Seems to be kind of a coin flip whether or not the city screens have frame rate chugging issues or not. Oh boy, it's the Arc the Triomphe. In Rotascope form. Let's see what I can do here. Okay, those are pretty obviously where those pieces go. But beyond that... What was I gonna say? Right. So the game did come out like last month at the time of recording, but I didn't like sight unseen buy it immediately then. Just because I wasn't in a it wouldn't have been wise for me to do that. But I've paid most of my bills this month and I've got some money left over, and I'm very fond of Castlevania in general and the DS games especially. So, you know, I figured why not. The first Castlevania game I played was Castlevania 64, the original version of that game, not Legacy of Darkness, just 64. And I kind of bounced off it as a kid. I wasn't able to like fully appreciate what I was trying to do, and I feel like it's more positively regarded nowadays, even if people do acknowledge that it's still pretty janky, considering it was like literally the first take on a 3D Castlevania on a system that the developers I don't think had much experience with. And also the Nintendo 64 was like kind of a pain in the ass to develop for by all accounts, at least that I'm aware of. I might be wrong on that, but anyway, I do want to give that game another shot someday. Now that I'm older and have a finer appreciation for jankier stuff, let's say. Hold on. I was almost cooking. I just need to get this piece... Wait a second. But, that was the... Hold on. Yes! I got all the outside pieces without having to use a hint token. Let's go! Oh, that feels good. Sorry. Anyway. So Castlevania 64 was the first Castlevania game I played, but the game that got me into the series was Portrait of Ruin. I played that game in high school around the time when it was new, and I devoured it. I had never played anything like it before, and I just was head over heels basically immediately. Arc the Triomphe at sunset, photographed by Glen, Allison. But yeah, I just ate that game up and had a great time, and from there I started, playing other Castlevanias and finding out pretty quickly, wow, I like this a lot. This is exactly my jam. And getting hint tokens is also exactly my jam. But, ooh, a speed bonus. Let me focus on this real quick, see if I can solve it in time, and then I'll continue talking about Castlevania. Castlevania is one of my favorite gaming series. It is a thing about which I will talk your ear off if you let me, so proceed with caution if you're interested in doing that. I do remember this one being a little weird. It's because things like line up in strange places, seemingly. I'm trying to get these shadows to line up, if they even do. I'm not sure if they do, to be honest. It seems like these two pieces should, but I'm not sure. I also kind of feel like I'm floundering a little bit, but we'll see. Just gotta knuckle down and get into the nitty-gritty. This seems kind of correct, but I'm not sure it actually is. We'll see. That's definitely right. JPEGs are not crusty here. I say some stupid shit sometimes. I do apologize. What was the time limit? 2.5 minutes? I am nowhere near done solving this puzzle. I don't think I'm getting the time bonus. And like, it's not a super big deal. I know exactly where the piece is anyway. Oh, hello. But that doesn't mean I won't try. I might fail, but I'll certainly try. And isn't that all anyone can ask for out of life? That you try your best. What kind of Hallmark movie nonsense am I spouting now? This looks less correct now, actually. I think this should be over here. Yeah, now we're cooking with gas. Don't do that. I've said this previously. You shouldn't do that. It's not good for you. You'll breathe in those nauseous fumes and health problems, etc. Okay, we are past the time limit. So I'm free to just take my time. That's correct. I think this should be over. Trying to determine... Like, that's not... The sky lines up, but that's obviously not correct. There we go. Now the sky is looks proper. Okay. I'm gonna leave this here? Should I? We'll come back to that. Just thinking to myself. I feel like on my practice playthrough from several months ago, I was able to solve this much faster, but c'est la vie. Oh, that's... that's obviously where that goes. I'm very smart, except when I'm not, which is frequently. There! Invalides Bridge, photographed by Marshall Colomb. That took a minute and a half longer than it should have, but we're fine, we're chillin'. But yeah, I'm really excited to revisit the DS Castlevanias. I still own my physical copy of Portrait, actually. I haven't played it in a while. I haven't played my 3DS in a while. I have a game lying around that I haven't, like, dived into yet. I have, a long while ago, this was like several months at this point, I picked up a copy of Valkyrie Profile, Covenants of the Plume, which I found for like 20 bucks. And I want to play it because I really liked the first Valkyrie Profile, even though my basis for that is the PSP port, which was based on the original Japanese version of the game that didn't have the quality of life improvements that the US version had for some reason. I didn't know that at the time. But, where the hell does this go? But I really liked it. Valkyrie Profile kicks ass. If you have to play the PSP port, I guess go ahead and do that. It's on, it's on the PlayStation Network on PS4, I'm pretty sure. It's under Valkyrie Profile Lenneth, after the protagonist. Probably if you can play the original PS1 version, find a way to do that. Because, again, that version has, like, some... Damn it. This looks like, you know, fencing and stuff. Because it has those quality of life improvements. Mainly things like menu navigation and such are easier to do. But yeah, it's a Covenant of the... So Valkyrie Profile 1 was like a weird... It's technically a turn-based RPG, but like all of your characters are mapped to one of the face buttons, and it plays kind of like an action game, or like a beat-em-up where you focus on getting like really high combos. It's really weird, and I'm not equipped to do a very good explanation of it, and where the hell does this go? But it's really fun. But Covenant of the Plume is like a strategy RPG, something closer to like Fire Emblem or Final Fantasy Tactics. I don't know that it plays like either of those. It's just in, you know, it's in a vaguely similar genre ballpark, let's say. Let's come back to this one. But I just haven't gotten around to it for, you know, one reason or another. I've had other games to play and other things going on in my life, and it just keeps slipping my mind, but I'll get to it at some point, I promise. She said to no one. This seems like maybe it's tree foliage, but I'm not sure where it would go beyond that. That's a person, and that's like an awning, but I'm saving those so I can use them to, like, navigate the puzzle and look around. Like, this obviously goes right there, but I'm not putting it there yet. I'm looking for these. Just not quite sure where they would go. Let's try going down here. No. One more strike, and I gotta do this puzzle over. Which is... it wouldn't be a huge deal. I've only put down one piece. Not to be confused with One Piece, the manga/anime that's been going on for literally ever. So it wouldn't be a huge loss, but it would be annoying. Oh, nice, it goes right there, okay. So I just need to find out where this one goes, hopefully without having to start all over, and then we will be in business. And business will not be booming. We're a young startup company, just getting our feet wet in the business world, but we're doing our best. Pandora's Box Industries. Solving puzzles poorly while also talking over them since 1999. This game came out when I was 7 years old, and I am 32 now. The passage of time is real and cruel. I'm sorry if you feel old. Where does this go? Maybe it's part of the mural on this? Question mark? Probably somebody in my audience is screaming at me like, I saw where it goes like 4 minutes ago. Get on my level. It's like, I'm sorry, hypothetical audience member that doesn't exist. I'm doing my best here. I don't want to, like, save scum this puzzle. Like, use a hint token, find out where this is, reload my file. I don't want to do that. I should probably figure out where this dude goes. This person. Because I know where this goes. Yeah, it's like... not there, apparently. Okay. That's annoying. Okay. Is it this person right here? No? Okay. Well, I thought I knew where this person goes, but clearly I don't. This is why I don't like image holes as much as other puzzle types. It's too penalizing. Like, other puzzle types aren't like this. Other puzzle types are like, if the piece is wrong, the piece is wrong. You can just put it somewhere else, but with this one, if you screw up too much, you gotta start over. And also, screwing up is annoying because the pieces go all around the screen for no reason. And it's just like, why are you like this? Why are you like this, image holes? I don't understand. You're so aggro for no reason. Aggro. Oh, man. I haven't played Shadow of the Colossus in a long time. I think I last played it on the Eco Shadow of the Colossus collection. Oh, piss off! That released ages ago on the PS3. Maybe I'm due for a replay? I don't know. This is taking too long. I'm starting to get embarrassed. It shouldn't be this... Piss off. It shouldn't be this hard. I'm sorry I didn't click in the exact right spot. Alright, that tears it. I was clicking there the entire time, video game. I'm sorry I wasn't clicking in the exact right spot. Oh, it was like a piece of the sky in between the... Oh, that's annoying. Alright. Let's just move on. It's the Arc de Triomphe again. Photographed by Neil Beer. Jesus, that was embarrassing. Let's just move on. I've said that these puzzles are going to get longer as the game goes on, but that was just a travesty. That didn't need to be that long. I was just incompetent. I'm sorry. Seems like it needs to be part of this hedge maze here, but beyond that, I'm not sure where it goes. Nice. I'll take freebies. We always take freebies in this house. Interesting. That's fine. This is like... Yeah, definitely the parking lot. Okay. Is this the Arc de Triomphe again? Are we gonna do this for a third time in this city that we're already repeating? Time will tell, I suppose. Nice. That's section number 4 done. Alright. I really did quite poorly on that last puzzle, so I'm gonna have to play especially well to... Really? I'm gonna have to play a lot better to get those hint tokens back. I say that and then immediately flub on trying to find where that goes for too long. There we go. Nice. Ah, yeah, that makes sense. And that goes not there. Interesting. Oh, I get it. Okay, yeah. That makes sense. That goes there, and... yeah. Alright, this isn't taking as long as I thought it would. Happily. Whoop whoop! The Arc de Triomphe, for a third time in the same city. Photographed by Marshal Colomb. It's like, yeah, it is a pretty cool monument. Like, not even just the third time in the city, the third time in 5 puzzles. Which is kind of amusing. Are we doing it? Okay, we're not doing it a 4th time. This is something else. Notre Dame, maybe? If it's not Notre Dame, it seems like a fancy church, regardless. My god, how did I spend less time on a rotoscope puzzle than on the image hole? That was silly of me. I'm gonna stop harping on it. I'm sure that's getting annoying. Is this... Yeah, this seems like an outside piece. Yeah, and that goes there, and this goes here, which means this piece needs to go over here somehow. Let's get it over at least. Get it near where we need it to go. I don't want to use another hint token, but that would make this a lot easier. Let me restart. Might be able to do it better now that I have a better handle on where these pieces go. Maybe. Trying to get all the outside pieces, like, closer to the outside, one layer at a time. Seems to be working. They're actually all in the correct positions. Wow, I wasn't even trying for that initially. I'll take it though. Okay. Now, how do I get the rest of them where they need to be? That is the question. To which I do not yet have the answer, but hopefully soon. Well, piss. They really don't make it easy for me, and me specifically. I am the only person on the planet who has trouble with Rotascope puzzles and Pandora's box for Windows 95 computers, released in 1999 by Microsoft Game Studios. Yes, it's very specific. It's important to specify when you're looking to own one specific person on the entire planet, especially when that person is me. Let's see. What if I just try getting them all on the outside? Excuse me, what if I just try getting them all on the outside, regardless of whether or not they're in the right position, and then go from there? That might turn out better for me. Might being the operative word here. Okay, so they're all on the outer layer, which is good. Now I just need to rotate them into place. That can stay on the bottom, she said at the club on a Friday night. That wasn't even funny. Why did I say that? Why do I say things, y'all? I don't know. Why do I do things? Why does anyone do things? Okay, I just need to get this thing in place. Hold on. Hold. I thought I had something there and I didn't. Screw it, it's fine. I'll use one token. Hopefully I'll be able to solve the rest of the puzzle on my own. We'll see how that bears out. Let's see here. These two pieces are aligned. I need to get them both down here. Oh my god. This episode is a travesty. What am I doing? I'm being too hard on myself is what I'm doing. Come on. I'm so close. I did it! Notre Dame, photographed by Sami Sarkis. Thank God. We're out of here. Another Jesse's strips. I'll take it. These puzzles have taken a notable jump in difficulty now that we're in the Heiress level. And it's gonna get... We're gonna have another notable jump once we get to level 4. I don't remember which trickster that is offhand, but we'll find out. We'll find out together. But not right now. Right now I need to worry about this Jessie strips. Not quite sure where to start with this one. Sorry for the silence. I'm in thinking mode. The bird is thinking. Red alert. I repeat, the bird is thinking. This is not a drill. There we go. Yeah, I was gonna say, the horizontal one looks more correct than the vertical orientation. Speaking of which, take that. I'll take that too. And I'll take that 3. Okay, this goes down here, clearly. Where down here is a bit of a mystery, but we'll figure it out. You need to move out of the way. Let's come back to that one in a bit. Yeah, that goes there. Obs. Let's see. While I'm futzing with this, so I got new shoes the other day. Very exciting topic, I know. I had my old shoes for like 5 or 6 years now. I don't remember exactly when I bought them, but I've definitely had them since before I moved into the house that I'm living in now. And they've been hurting my feet to wear for extended periods for a while, but I've been putting off getting new ones. But the other day I was like, you know what? I need new shoes. I can't put this off anymore. I'm gonna go get them. So I did. I found this, I found a nice pair of, New Balances at the mall Foot Locker for probably more money than I should have spent, but whatever. It's an investment that I'll hopefully be wearing for several years, so I figured it would be fine. They're I'm not like particularly loyal to any one brand or whatever. I try to look for shoes that A, I like the look of, and B, are comfortable, and C, they're actually in my size, and this met all the criteria. It just happens to be the second time in a row that I'm picking a New Balance shoe. I'm not like loyal to a specific brand or whatever. Really, that doesn't go there. Interesting. But yeah, I like these because they're a nice, like, the color of them reminds me of like orange creamsicles. You know what I'm talking about? Google those if you don't know what I'm talking about. I haven't had one in a while. They're delicious. I should get one. Nice. But, also nice. But yeah, I really like the color of them, and they're super comfortable. I haven't broken them in fully yet, but they already feel better than my old shoes, which is a good sign that I made the right choice, but also maybe I should have bought these sooner, but whatever, it's fine. But they also coincidentally go with a really cute pair of socks I bought the day before I bought these shoes. They're like, I'm looking at them right now, they have like wavy orange and white stripes and like daisy patterns on them. They're super cute. I feel very pretty wearing them, which is silly to say. But this is it's the Notre Dame again, photographed by Marshal Colomb. Marshal Colomb was busy in Paris in 1999. But like they accidentally color coordinate really well. Thank you for the hint token. And I think they look quite fashionable. I think I mentioned previously in an older episode of this that the find-in fills would get silly, would get more difficult in a silly fashion, I should say. And This shit's what I'm talking about. Like, they just start moving. They just start rotating. And like, I don't really think this is adding much. Like, sure, it's harder, but not in a fun way. I'm not sure why they decided to go this route. Maybe it was the only route they could have taken, considering the nature of find and fills to begin with. I don't know. I'm not a game designer. I'm just a bird with a microphone. Here, I'm looking at this one, I think. What am I missing here? I've got the little nubby bits and the hand. Is it? Oh, I was gonna say, is it one of those little tiny bits? It was one of those little tiny bits. Go figure. But yeah, this isn't like the worst example. They're gonna get worse. So look forward to that. Future me is definitely gonna look forward to that. Can I really not? I was gonna say, can I really not mark that? Okay. Need to keep the impossibly thin waist. This looks kind of correct, but it's also not fully. I'm missing something here. I'm not sure what. It's not that bit. What could it be? What am I missing here? No? It's not that, I don't think. Okay, I'll take it. Going after this one, I think. There we go. I think this took me longer in my practice playthrough, so you know what, we'll take this. French Posters by Toulouse Lautrec. Not to be confused with Dark Souls Lautrec. That guy's an asshole. Toulouse Lautrec is an interesting person. He was a pretty prolific artist in France around the turn of the 20th century. Has really striking art, I think. And he was very prolific, considering he wasn't alive for very long. You should go look up some of his stuff. It's interesting. Moving on. 2 puzzles to go. 2 puzzles to go, please. There we go. Trying to find the right orientation for that. Finding the right orientation for you. Straight, gay, bi? Just go with your gut. Go with what feels right. That wasn't the most well thought out joke I've ever made, but it's fine. I think this is correct. This is giving off... Yeah, nice. This is giving off strong Eiffel Tower energy. How much do you want to bet that's what this is? I mean, I know that's exactly what this is. It seems pretty obvious. Is it this, maybe? Yeah, I had it oriented wrong. Let's see. That's not right. Gotta follow the arches. Not to be confused with the Arches, the visual novel, which is good and you should read it, but it's also a lot of content warnings. It's very heavy. A lot of bad shit happens in it. Like bad as in, oh no, this is so bad for these characters. I hope they don't die. I've thought about doing a reading of it, but I'm hesitant to. A, because of all the content warnings and stuff that I mentioned previously, and also B, because a certain character from Echo returns to Arches. I'm trying to avoid spoilers. and I cannot convincingly voice them, and they're an important part of the story. So I would need to ideally like find somebody else to do that voice, and you know, then at that point it would just be a collaborative let's read, and I don't really know anybody who would be up for that. At least I don't think I do. So, you know, at this point, unfortunately, I can't give you anything more than a maybe? But there's also the fact that, I think I've mentioned him a few times. There's a YouTuber named Keith Ballard. He did a reading of it with Toaster, whom I've mentioned previously in another video in this series. I definitely remember that. And that reading is fantastic, and also, you know, they get into a lot of really good discussions about the themes and stuff. Eiffel Tower, artist unknown. And it's like, theirs is already so good, I don't know what me doing one would add to the conversation, you know? Like, it would, it feels like it would, like, it feels like me doing it would just be redundant. And, like, partially I am being silly, yes. I should just do what I want. One person or a group of people don't have a monopoly on a specific thing. But, you know, on the other hand, it's hard to fight those feelings of anxiety. All that is to say, I don't know. Not right now. Probably not for the foreseeable... Excuse me, probably not for the foreseeable future, if at all. But I'm glad we get to end on a nice and easy slices puzzle, thank goodness. I have been struggling this whole episode. I'll take what little victories I can get at this point. Really? Interesting. Where does this piece of leg go? It goes right there. Oh, I didn't even see this over here. It's another leg. Legs are important. There we go, that's where it is. Perfect. Now we just gotta find the right orientation for this. We can just trial and error our way through that. Easy peasy. The Thinker by Auguste Rodin. Alright, we're done with Paris. Again. Okay, I was worried the game was going to freeze for a second. Thank God.
Determined to expose her rivals as vain, conceited, and just plain silly, Eris showed up at the party uninvited. She brought a golden apple, and inscribed upon it were these words, "To the fairest." Seeing Hera, Athena, and Aphrodite standing together, she tossed the apple into their midst. All three goddesses grabbed the apple, and none of them would let the others have it. Find the piece with the golden apple of discord.
Okay, next stop, Kyoto.